All right, welcome back. In this episode, we're going to talk about how you can stop negative thoughts, because you probably already know that your thoughts are creating your reality for you all day, every day. And so if you are thinking negative thoughts, whether consciously or unconsciously, then those negative thoughts are creating a negative reality for you. And there is a way that you can stop negative thinking, take conscious control over your mind so that you can think more positive thoughts, think more constructive thoughts that will help you build the reality you actually want. This is a very intentional way of thinking so that you can intentionally start creating your reality by working with your subconscious mind. My name is Gianna Badot. I'm a one-on-one coach, certified hypnotherapist, guide, and meditation teacher. And if you need deeper support beyond this episode, make sure you grab access to the resources and tools linked below, especially the Rewired app. There's over 50 subconscious activations, meditations, and self-hypnosis audio recordings to help you stress less and achieve more every single day. All right, let's dive on in. So, negative thoughts. A lot of the times you probably don't realize you're thinking negatively, but if you have a bad feeling in your body, then it's probably caused by a negative thought in your mind. So if you're in a bad vibe, or you're just not in the mood, or you're not feeling right, there is likely negative thoughts that are behind those feelings that you feel in your body, because all the feelings that you feel in your body are caused by the thoughts that you are thinking all day, every day. And it's not just about one thought. If there is one negative thought, there's likely many, many more, because negative thinking is one of those ways of thinking that is unconscious, which means you don't even realize that you're thinking this way. It is a pattern. It is learned behavior that you have picked up over the years of your life. And unfortunately, it has become the way that you habitually think. You think negatively. Now, this doesn't mean that you're thinking negatively 24/7, but you may find that when you really pay attention to your thoughts, when you really observe your thinking, you learn that, in fact, you are thinking predominantly negative thoughts without you even realizing it. And now this is true even for those of you who think you're pretty positive, who feel that, you know what, most of the time I'm in a positive mindset. I think pretty positively. When you actually start to pay attention and listen to your thoughts, you likely may find that, hey, I could be a little bit more positive. I could look at things in a different light. I didn't even realize that I was so negative about that topic. I didn't even realize that I was feeling so anxious or stressed about whatever it may be. And so a lot of times the reason why we think negatively is because of anxiety and stress. There is anxiety and stress that is rooted inside of you subconsciously that causes you to see things through a negative lens, because that is how you learned to perceive the world. And your subconscious mind may actually feel that it's more safe for you to look at things negatively because it protects you and keeps you safe. It keeps you on guard. It keeps you catching yourself and checking yourself more and more often. Now, you obviously know on a conscious level that this is not true, that it's not safer for you to be negative. It's not actually keeping you safe or protecting you at all. It's actually creating a more negative reality for you without you even realizing it. So how can we stop negative thoughts? Well, when it comes to shifting your thoughts, it's very important to start gaining awareness around what your thought processes actually are. Because like I mentioned a few minutes ago, most of the time you probably don't even realize how negative you actually are. So it's really important to start taking a deep, deep look at yourself, really studying your mind, studying yourself, studying the words that are coming out of your mouth, studying the feelings that you're feeling in your body a majority of the time, to understand what thoughts are causing these words, these thoughts, these feelings, right? So there is a process of self-observation, self-study, as I like to call it, that is really important for you to go through so that you can start to understand what is my subconscious habitual way of thinking. Am I positive? Am I negative? Am I more negative than positive? Really understanding how often am I thinking in a negative mindset? Because when you are in a negative mindset, again, you are creating negative results and experiences around you. So it's really important to understand that if you're seeing negative experiences around you, if you're seeing negative results or outcomes, it's likely because you're thinking negatively about the situation. And so that is a really great way to actually start to observe your mind. If something negative is going on around you, that is an invitation for you to take a look at how you are thinking about this situation. Because if it's negative, then you are likely thinking negative about it. Your thoughts are creating your reality all day, every day. You are in charge. You are the boss. You call the shots of your life, even if you don't realize it right now. This is your awakening, your reminder right now to come home to yourself and take charge of your reality. This is your life. And so to take charge of your negative thoughts, it really starts by becoming clear, taking a really hard look at your life, noticing where there are negative experiences, where there are negative situations or relationships, and then look at your thoughts. What are my actual thoughts about this experience or situation? What do I actually feel about it? And 99% of the time, you will likely find that the way you are thinking about that experience is, in fact, negative. And so to shift and change that experience or situation, it starts with you shifting your perspective about that situation or experience. And now this is where the subconscious mind comes in, because it may be hard for you to tell yourself a positive story about something that seems so negative. And so to actually believe a positive storyline or belief system about an experience or situation in your life that is negative, you have to program your subconscious mind to believe that whatever that experience is, whatever that situation is, that yes, it can be a positive experience, because your conscious mind is going to tell you, no, this is negative. Look at the situation. It is going horrible. It is going bad. But when you tell your subconscious a different reality, when you talk to your subconscious in a very intentional way, then you can actually hack your brain, hack your subconscious mind to rewire and reprogram your thought patterns into a positive thought pattern, away from negativity and into positivity. Now, if this is an experience that you're like, I have no idea how this could ever be positive, it's very important that you try to find the positive, whether it's something you're learning from it, whether it's something that you need to go through to grow through, whatever it may be. It's important that you do look really hard and find something positive about it, something that may be positive down the road. This is going to help you shift the way you feel about it. So to shift your reality, you have to shift your thoughts. And it starts with moving away from the negative belief systems and into the positive belief systems. So your subconscious mind, again, is very, very important in this process, because your subconscious mind is what has been habitually programmed to think very negatively or very positively. And so you likely got this programming from the adult figures around you growing up. That's where we receive all of our programming, all of that programming that you have in your brain, the blueprint of you, the way you show up, the way you talk, the way you act, the actions you take, the actions you don't take. It's all rooted in your subconscious, in the programming that you received as a child. So it's important that we rewire and reprogram it. Now, your subconscious, as you probably already know, is operating on autopilot 24/7 without you even realizing it. That's why it can be really hard to rewire and stop a negative thought without working with the subconscious. Because if you're not working with your subconscious mind, then your subconscious mind is just running, right? Your subconscious mind is going to run the way it's always ran until you take control of it, until you rewire it, until you insert a new tape, a new program into your subconscious that actually reflects the way you want to be thinking. Now, again, this starts with rewiring and reprogramming your subconscious mind. So if you want to start thinking more positively, if you want to become a more positive person, if you want to see more positive results around you and experiences in your life, then you have to start working intentionally with your thoughts. You have to start becoming aware of the thoughts that are moving through your mind, that are running your reality. And you most definitely need to start using your subconscious to take charge of your mind, because your subconscious is what is running the show of your life, whether you realize it or not. Now, even though the subconscious is running unconsciously 24/7, it does not mean that you can't take control of it. When you intentionally journey through the subconscious, through the process of hypnotherapy or self-hypnosis, you can actually understand what is in my subconscious, what is running my reality. And when you have that awareness, you can actually take your power back. And with that awareness around what is in your subconscious, you can rewire it by intentionally putting new programming into your subconscious that actually reflects the reality that you'd like to have, the experiences that you'd like to have. So go ahead and think about the reality that you'd like to have. Go ahead and think about the energy that you'd like to feel every day. When you place that energy, when you place that vision of the reality you want into your subconscious has no choice but to make that happen for you. Whatever is in your subconscious is what is going to expand and grow in your reality around you. So again, this starts with you taking charge, building self-awareness, waking up to what is going on inside of you, coming out of this dreamlike state and waking up to your life, waking up to yourself, becoming more aware and awakened. And when you become more aware and awakened of, hey, what is going on in my own mind, that's when you can start to actually take charge of it. Because if you're not aware, if you're not awake to yourself, how can you actually expect yourself to be able to change it? Because if you don't know what's going on with you, how can you rewire it? How can you even insert new programming? So step one, of course, is to become more aware and awake to what's going on in your mind. Step two is inserting new programming around the thoughts you actually want to be thinking that will actually give you the reality and experiences that you actually want to be having. And so you can do this through the power of self-hypnosis. It is an incredible tool to help you access your subconscious mind, journey through your subconscious mind, and really gain this deep self-awareness around what is running your reality. What is the blueprint that is causing you to speak and act the way you do all day, every day? And when you gain this awareness, that is when you're going to be able to take charge of your reality in ways that you never imagined were possible. Now, there's a lot of misconceptions about what self-hypnosis is and what it isn't. And if you want to learn more about self-hypnosis, what it is, what it isn't, there's many episodes on this topic. And there's also a whole page on my website dedicated to breaking this down for you. So you can check out my website linked in the notes below. And there is a page called About Hypnotherapy. And on that page, I break down everything about the subconscious mind, everything about self-hypnosis and how it actually works and what it's not. Because again, there's so many misconceptions out there, and the misconceptions, unfortunately, prevent so many people from utilizing this life-changing manifestation tool. It's one of the most profound mindset tools that I have ever experienced in my life, and it feels really good. You have to just experience it for yourself. So if you've never done it before, you can actually try it for the first time utilizing the Rewired app. There's a code that will get you 30 days free linked in the notes below as well. And there's over 50 different audio meditations that you can choose from to start tapping into your subconscious mind on different topics, different parts of yourself that you want to work on. So you can try it on for yourself. And of course, self-hypnosis is going to help you stop negative thinking, because it's going to help you take charge of your subconscious mind. And when you take charge of your subconscious and you start visualizing on a subconscious level the reality that you want to experience, and you start visualizing on a subconscious level the version of you that you want to become, and you start thinking on a subconscious level the way you want to be thinking, that is when you are going to become and think that way. So you can start utilizing the tools linked in the notes below to help you get started taking charge of your mind. And when you take charge of your mind, you're going to take charge of your entire reality. So it's the start of a beautiful journey, a brand new chapter. And again, it is the number one manifestation tool out there. So if you want to manifest faster, you have to start utilizing self-hypnosis. Tapping into the subconscious mind is usually the missing link for most people who are not manifesting what they want. You're not bringing your subconscious mind into the equation. So you can check that out in the notes below. There's so many tools and resources for you to start tapping into. And if you love this episode, make sure you subscribe and you hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single episode along this incredible journey. And I'll see you next time.